Good morning. It is early. It is 9:15, but it's the only time I got today. I'm getting ready to go do some deliveries, some errands, and then we have a Christmas sweater party to go to tonight. I don't know how long we'll last at that, but it's busy, so this is my only moment. And I am dying to come on and show you guys this warmer. I haven't opened it because I really truly wanted to first time. Sometimes I open things ahead of time just to make sure, check things, but sometimes I don't. And this was one of those things that I did not open yet at all. It's been sitting in a box, that big box right there. It's been sitting in there for like 3 days now, and I'm like dying because I'm gonna stick it up there. Don't know where yet, but I'm gonna stick it up there. So, but first, also, oh my god, I'm so excited. Okay, so we got the top. I was going to do like a whole unboxing video and all of the things, but I'm just too excited. Oh, it says hello. It's a small world. Okay. It's heavy. The box is heavy. Oh my. There's like instructions and everything. Okay. Like, there's like instructions. I've never had a warmer that had like legit instructions. Okay, let's look at the dish. Let's look at the dish. So it says it's a small world, and then, okay, remember the little bumps is how your clock moves. So it's got the little bumps, and in between the little bumps, it says hello in different languages. So bonjour, aloha, hola, ni hao, and ciao. Are you impressed with my language skills? I am. It's a deep dish. It's a pretty daggone deep dish. Let's see. Now I'm scared. Like, am I gonna be able to put this bad boy together? I didn't know it came in pieces. Now I feel like I should have done this ahead of time. Alright. Put you there. It's so pretty. Okay. Alright. So here it is. Okay, we're gonna do this in pieces. We're gonna do this delicately, okay? I don't know where to start. Okay. Alright. First bag. Take the first bag off. Alright, so there's the first bag off. It's got that, if you didn't know, Mary Blair, I don't know who she is, but she designed the Small World ride, and it's very iconic. It's very known design, you know, all of the shapes. It's just kind of like a 60s vibe, very disco-y looking. You've got your flags up there. As you know, when you walk into the Small World ride, it always has the flags up top. It's just the details around the whole thing, and then the water on the bottom. There is an on and off switch on this one here and here. This switch, I'm pretty sure we'll figure out, turns off the spinning, okay, because it spins. And then this one turns on and off the light. So it's two different mechanisms. It's wood. I was kind of surprised about that. But I love him. Little clock. Just the details on it are just stupendous. All right, now let's take out the next part. All right, so the next part, that once you take out the middle, which we'll show, you're going to take out this part. All right, we're going to put the bulb in, just because I think it's going to be easier to do before we put in this next part. All right. Do you take that little piece off? So the main switch controls the power and the light bulb, which is the one on the cord, and then the motor is controlled by the switch on the back. See, I am smart. All right, so here is the sleeve that goes in it. You've got all of your little people on the bottom. And then you've got that colorful same design up top. So this is going to spin at the bottom. Okay. Alright, so see that white disc? That's what spins. So when you stick the sleeve on, make sure that it is in, it sets on that so that that part spins. Then the dish sits on top. And then your dish sits up there, and then see, click, and that's what causes that to move. All right, well, let's plug it in. This was very in-depth. Okay. It does not play the music. I'm very, very sad about that. Jeremy is very, very happy about that. I'm concentrating because it's balancing on my knee. Okay. All right. Are you excited? I'm excited. Please, please don't have a bad bulb. Oh, wait. Okay, that part turns. Did I not get my bulb in all the way? See? This is why I usually do this ahead of time. Let's see. There we go. There we go. I did not have my bulb screwed in all the way. All right. So, there we go. We are all put together. Now, you can turn with this cord on, and that's just going to be, your light is going to light up down here. This design will be in the back. It's kind of dark, so, but we'll move you down here so you can see the effect. Okay. Or remember, if you push this little switch, it spins, and watch the clock. Oh yeah, I love it. And it's just, it's quiet. It's no louder than a wall fan or a mini fan. And as it hits those bumps, that's how the clock moves. I think that's really neat. I think it's just a really cool little part of it. And remember, if you want, you do not have, like if the motor stops, like if you decide you don't want it to click, you don't want it to spin, you don't want it to do that extra, there is that switch at the bottom. And just pick a person. Who do you want it to stop on? Pick a person, and it'll still work as your warmer, but the clock won't move, but you can still warm. Does that make sense? So you have those options with it. Now let's look at it kind of down here in the dark. Hold on. I love it. It's just very detailed, very intricate, just very all of the things. All right, let's turn it around. So you can see on the back, you can see like that, almost like that, what is that iridescent look when oil is on, or gas is on the road, you know, in the heat. That's what it kind of looks like. So it's almost, it's a very pretty rainbow that is on the back of it due to that design that's at the top, remember? So that's what it looks like in the dark. Let's pull it. Let me grab it again. I'm like very safe with it. It's very sturdy. Like it does not feel like it's like thin or anything. It's actually very thick. You could tell, like, see how thick that is? It's actually a very sturdy warmer. I'm just being very careful with it because I love it so much. I would say this part is the only part that is a little bit thin on it, but other than that, it's just so pretty. It's so pretty. The numbers, and they're not just painted on there. Some of them are popped out, some of them are pushed in, you know, so there is that depth on it. It's just every tiny little detail. The water, when I was little, I lived in Daytona in Orlando for a very long time. till I was in 3rd grade. I don't remember anything. From 3rd grade before, I only remember living in Florida, and we lived in Orlando. We would go to downtown Disney all the time because at that time downtown Disney was free. It still is free, but it's nothing like what it was. I remember there was like a playground. It was almost like a park. There was like a playground with a playground structure on it, and there was jumping fountains. There would be a band playing, and that I grew up very, 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 very poor, and that was where you went because it was free, but you still got Disney. And I remember going to that all the time. We would go there, and I would play. I would play on the playground, and I would play in the fountains and stuff like that. And that's how, like, that's what you did. When you live in Florida, it's different here in Ohio. In Ohio, there's not much to do. In Florida, there's always something to do. You can go to the beach. You can go to downtown Disney. They have, at the Daytona 500 Speedway, when there's no races, the whole entire parking lot used to turn into like a big, huge farmer's market, flea market. Not like we have flea markets here, like a very nice flea market. And that's where everybody would go and get your fruits and your vegetables and things like that. And I remember going to downtown Disney all of the time, and the Small World song would be playing, and all the Disney songs would be playing. And then when my grandparents came to visit, they would take me to Disney. My parents never wanted to go, but they would take me to Disney. And I can remember back then, it was nothing like what it is now. And it was the carousel ride. I remember the teacups I only went on like once or twice, and the Small World ride, and the boats, and the money, and the song. And it didn't have the queue. It didn't have the waiting area that it has now. It did not have that back then. Most of it was outside, and you would just wait in line in the song, and you would hear the song, and you would look at all the colors, and you would look at all of the shapes. And I remember it. And I remember sitting with my grandma, and she would always sit next to me. My grandpa would always sit on the outside, and I would just smile. It's like a really good memory that I have with my grandparents. I loved my grandparents dearly, and it was something that I always look forward to. There's pictures of me sitting on the steps that go up to the carousel, and the steps to go up to the castle, because back then you used to be able to walk all the way through the castle from the front to the back. And I have pictures of me sitting on the stairs of the castle, and the carousel, and on the carousel, and in the Small World ride. My family hates it. They hate the song. They hate the ride. They think it's boring. But they will all humor me and go on it. And the last time we went to Disney, the ride actually stopped while we were on it. Like the boat stopped moving, and we were stuck in it for not long, just like an extra minute or two. And it just played over and over. And I thought my family was going to jump out of the boat and just swim out of there because they can't stand it. They do not like the ride at all. But for me, it is childhood. It is memories. It's one of my favorite. I don't have a lot of good childhood memories, but it is one of those that I absolutely love. And I love Disney. We don't go nearly as much as I would like to, because hashtag Disney's not cheap, and I have teenagers. So it's a little bit different now, but I love going, and I still make them ride the ride. So this to me is just absolutely perfect. And just the little detail of how the clock moves, because if you've been on the ride, you know it's not a perfect clock. It doesn't tick at a specific time or in a specific way or anything like that. So for it to have just these bumps on the dish, my family hates it. To get it on one time is pushing it, and they are very annoyed. So for it to have the bumps, like, they could have made it so that the motor ran the clock itself, but to have it so that it turns, and then the little lumps on the dish to make it turn, to make it click, is just amazing to me. And for it to say hello in different languages on the dish, all of those teeny tiny details to me, it's just over the top. And then for it to also have the stop on it, so if you don't want it to spin, some people aren't going to want it to spin, some people are going to find it dizzying, or you just like a specific one, to have that option where it's still on, warming your wax but not spinning, to me, I think is huge. So I'm thoroughly obsessed with this warmer. Thoroughly obsessed. I love it. I think it's just so neat. It's so iconic. It's even better now that the naked guy jumped in, the one at Disneyland. But every detail was not missed on this warmer. Not a single detail. minus the song. The reason we asked why it doesn't play, and the reason behind that is because some people find the song annoying, and to have it play and spin and warm, like that's a lot of components in a very small piece. It's not a gigantic, humongous piece. So to have it do all of those things in one system, because you would also need a speaker of some sort, it just makes it a little bit more in depth. And they didn't, I mean, the warmer is already a very good size. To make it even bigger, and then to have a way for it to turn off, because just like the spinning, not everybody's going to want the song to play all the time, over and over and over and over again. So to have a way for the song to turn off but it still spin and the lights to still stay on, and all of those different on and off options, was just not something that they were able to figure out or felt it was worth it. So it doesn't play the song, but we did ask why, and that's why. So there you go. That's what it looks like. I do. I can't wait to set it up. My family thinks I'm a dork, so. It is still available. You can still get it in time for Christmas. Christmas cutoff is the 15th. So you still have time to order. That is shipping right to you, not to me. If you were one of those people who have your order shipped to me, your last day for that is Monday. Because one, I don't want to be driving around forever and ever right before Christmas delivering orders. And two, when orders ship to me, they actually ship a little bit slower. If you order it directly, or I order it directly shipping right to you, it actually will ship faster. So the 15th, which is Friday, is your cutoff for shipping directly to you. If you want anything shipped to me, Monday is your cutoff on that one. So just let me know. And then, like I said, the Baby Buddies, perfect for stockings. Tiny little nugget of a guy. They're adorable. And like I said, they fit perfectly in a stocking. Almost like a stopper, all the presents underneath of it. Teachers' gifts, hairdressers' gifts, counter clean. If you have people coming over, does your house smell good? Please check all of your supplies. Make sure you have everything ready and set. If you're traveling, make sure you have a car bar so that you can, so that your car smells good during your travels. If you're going to a hotel or an Airbnb or somebody's house, make sure you have Scentsy Fresh. You can't control how their house smells, so control the little bit that you can. Make sure you have Scentsy Fresh. Pack it, bring it with you. Spray your bed before you get in. Spray the room. Hotel rooms stink a lot of times, so bring your Scentsy Fresh. Bring a wall fan. I always travel with a wall fan, pods, and Scentsy Fresh everywhere. Cruises, hotels, resorts, anywhere I go. So double check all of your supplies. Make sure you're good to go for this holiday season, especially if you need it before Christmas. So if you have any questions, shout at me. Case and I are off to go run some errands, and then I have to get ready. So I'm excited. I can't wait to put it up. So have a good rest of your Saturday. Have a good rest of your weekend. If you need anything, reach out to me today or tomorrow. All right.